Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Versatility Podcast. For today's episode, it is October 1st. Baseball postseason has officially begun as I'm watching the Mets Brewers Wild Card Series Game 1 at the moment. Football obviously happened during the weekend, so I'm going to talk about the NFL, college football, the WNBA playoffs are in action. The NBA season is starting again in a couple of weeks from now. I believe 3 weeks from now. I believe the 22nd it begins. So literally 3 weeks from now, um, we will have basketball. Hockey's even coming back. I think by next week or 2 weeks from now as well. I think there's preseason games already in the NHL. A couple trades, a couple other news to get into. Sports episode, obviously. I will do another episode, another sports episode, and then I'll finally get to make my music episode because I've been holding that in for like almost a month now. So I got to get that shit going as well. But, anyways, let's get straight to it, y'all. So, again, we're going to kind of leave the football stuff towards the end of the episode, or kind of the middle towards the end of the episode. So, let's just kind of start off with the rest of the things here. So, not Spotify, not this, none of that. Let's go to ESPN. So let's start off with the WNBA, I guess. Kind of change things around real quick. So did I already? I think I may have already talked about it, but I mean, I didn't talk about the games on Sunday, however. So yeah, so here we are. We're already in the WNBA semifinals. By the way, guys, I am a little sick, so if you couldn't really tell, I sound a little congested. So I'm hoping, and also like that last episode that I tried to record. Oh my goodness, I couldn't. I had a headache. It was a lot. It was a lot for me. So I feel 10 times better now. So hopefully we can pull this 2 hour episode with ease, because Saturday night I was trying to record and it was impossible. So I just ended up doing like a 10-minute video of my week 4 picks because I literally couldn't do it. But here we are. Here we are. So this were the games on Sunday. So we had game 1 of the Liberty versus the Aces, and I saw the second and third quarter. I didn't watch the whole game. Obviously, I didn't watch the first quarter, and I didn't watch everything of the fourth quarter. But pretty much, from what I saw, I mean, Liberty, they kind of took control of this game. They won 87 to 77. Brianna Stewart had 34 points, and she was balling. She was balling. She was indeed cooking in this game, and she definitely outmatched Asia Wilson, who had 21 points and 6 rebounds in this game. But clearly, the Liberty, they were just kind of falling back behind in this game. They only had a lead around that third quarter, pretty much. And then pretty much, I mean, Liberty just kind of took control in this one. And clearly, fucking, the Liberty, they want this championship. They lost to the Aces last year in the WNBA finals. So it's like, well, this is their bounce back moment. This is their moment that they want to finally get the revenge and get back to the WNBA finals. And they have to go up against Connecticut or Minnesota. And speaking of Connecticut or Minnesota, Connecticut Sun, they take game 1 of the semifinals. They take 73-70. Nafisha Collier didn't have the greatest of game offensively, but obviously she's, on both sides of the ball. She's great offensively, defensively, and has absolutely, has not maybe not carried, but definitely has been the biggest provider in this Minnesota team, taking them all the way here to the semifinals. And yes, they're down 1-0, but this is a best of 5 series, so you got to win 3. You got to win 3 games in this series, and then we see who are the 2 best teams to move on to the WNBA finals. We got game 2 already going on right now, Aces and Liberty. So after this Mets Brewers game, I'm probably gonna watch that game. This game, put it back on the TV in the background. But so definitely keeping up for that. And then game 2 is also tonight with the Sun and the Lynx. So yeah, I mean, pretty much WNBA predictions. I have Liberty and I have the Lynx. That's going to be my WNBA finals predictions. So we're just going to go off with that. Let's kind of get this out of the way as well. Let's talk about the MLB postseason, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it is finally here. It is October. It is the best month of the year. because in sports, because there is baseball, there is football, there is hockey, there is basketball, there is soccer, there is literally every fucking sport you can think of. Formula One, tennis, UFC, boxing. Oh my goodness, October has it all. So October, but obviously one of the highlights of October is the MLB postseason. Obviously, the NFL season is always going to be superior in my heart, but the MLB postseason is the very first postseason I ever saw in any sport. Then obviously it was the NBA playoffs, but the MLB postseason, that's the first ever postseason of any sport that I watched. So, for any sport. So here we are. I didn't have enough time to make my actual predictions. Yeah, it's already too late for me to make my own I'm too late. I can't make my own picks, but I'll make my predictions here just based off the bracket. So let's start off with the American League, with the Tigers and the Astros. So already the Tigers, they won game one. They won game one already. So they won already game one. 3-1. Derrick, who is gonna win the Cy Young in the American League, he was absolutely dominant. He went 6 innings. I believe he had 6 strikeouts. Let me just show y'all exactly. Yes, 6 innings, allowed 4 hits, 0 earned runs, a walk, 6 strikeouts, and yeah, he dominated that Houston Astros lineup for those 6 innings. It got a little scary in the bottom of the ninth. It was 3-0. They allowed a run there. The bullpen got a couple runs. It had the bases loaded, 2 outs. Jordan Alvarez was at the plate. Altuve was on deck. It was getting a little scary, and I was thinking, oh, fuck, here comes Houston, and they might take this game away from Detroit. But they were able to prevail as they lined out to first base, and that was the last play of the game there. So after one game, after the very first game, the Astros are down, and they got to win tomorrow. If they do not win tomorrow in game two, they are eliminated, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir. They are eliminated if they do not win tomorrow. And then game one of the Royals and the Orioles. Yeah, a lot of offense, as you can see here. 1-0 win for the Royals. So this was definitely a shootout, a pitcher duel. Jesus, every 1-for-4, 1-for-4. Bobby Witt was the only dude that entered the RBI, the only run for Kansas City. And the Orioles, Gunnar Henderson went 0-for-3. Westbrook went 1-for-4. Santander 0-for-4. Their best players, they just couldn't get nothing going against Cole Ragans. He was dominant. Cole Ragans, 6 innings, 4 hits, 8 strikeouts. Dude was phenomenal. Again, not really utilizing him too much to the extent. And obviously the bullpen took care of the rest. Long, Bubik, Urchik, they only allowed a combined how many? One, out of those 3 pitchers, they only allowed a hit, only a couple walks, and then a couple strikeouts. So clearly the Royals bullpen also took care of business in the Orioles lineup. That's the one thing that even before this game, I know obviously now that they've already won, that the Tigers and the Royals already won game one. So it's going to make it look like I'm kind of on their side. But before these games even took off, I had a feeling. I'm picking Detroit. I'm picking Detroit over Houston, and I'm picking Kansas City over Baltimore. Not just because they won game one, because obviously they can lose tomorrow and they can lose on Thursday, and then boom, that's it. They're eliminated. But the Tigers, they got the pitching. They got Derrick, who already got the win there. So he's going to get days of rest. He's not going to pitch for the rest of the series, and hopefully against the Guardians next round, if they move on, if they get the dub tomorrow, or if they really want to go out there and force a game 3, unfortunately, Houston, they might force a game 3. Boom, we might get there. So it's going to be a little complicated for Detroit, but they don't want to make it complicated. They just want to get the win tomorrow. Let's sweep the Astros, because the Astros they were almost about to come back in this game. The bullpen almost sold, but it is what it is. I got Detroit moving on here. I think the pitching has been phenomenal, and I think the Astros offense, yes, they're amazing, and they're the Astros, and when it's postseason time, they always fucking clutch up. Whether they cheat or not, they're just good. They're just good. At this point, like we can't just put that like yeah they cheated, but they're still good even if they didn't cheat. They're still really fucking good. So we really got to be careful for this Houston Astros team tomorrow for game 2. But that game starts and I'm still working. So pretty much the last handful of innings, I will be tapping in to watch that. But either or, I got Detroit. And so they will have to be going up against the Guardians in the next round. And then Kansas City versus Baltimore. I'm picking Kansas City over Baltimore just because that Orioles offense, as you saw today's game, very, very streaky. And also, they just have not been hitting very well. They've been having a lot of shutouts. They kind of ended the season on a sluggish note. They were really close with the Yankees in that like early in September. They were really close, neck and neck with the Yankees for that division for the AL East. But they just kind of fell flat. They were like on a 4 or 5 game losing streak at one point. The Yankees kept climbing in. The Yankees weren't on a crazy winning streak, but they were getting more wins than losses, more consistently. Even though obviously during the summer the Yankees were super streaky, they had a really rough stretch, and I mean either or, they still got the number 1 seed in the American League, and obviously they got the bye, and of course they're waiting. They're waiting for Baltimore. They're waiting for Kansas City in a division series. I believe the first game is Saturday since there's no games on Friday. The first division series games are going to be Saturday. So we'll see what the Yankees do Saturday in game 1 against KC or Baltimore. But I'm picking KC. I think their bats can get very hot. Again, their bats weren't amazing today. They literally put up 1 run. But if the pitching stays elite, then who knows? And Bobby Wood Jr. is literally one of the best players in all of baseball that is not named Shohei Ohtani, that is not named Aaron Judge, that is not named Tatis Jr. I mean, fucking Bobby Witt right now is better than Tatis, so who am I even fucking kidding? So yeah, Kansas City is definitely right now the team to go. I mean, I had the Orioles making it to the World Series. So I mean, I can't really be mad at whoever wins this series. I wouldn't mind whoever, but I think right now I'm picking Kansas City. And this might be an upset. It's a 4-5 matchup. It's pretty close either or. So that's the American League. Now in the National League, we got the Mets. So unfortunately, the Mets, they're here. They're in the playoffs. Unfortunately, my hating ass did not work. And so we have to watch the Mets this postseason. And as you can see right now at the score, they're playing right now, bottom of the 9th. They're up 8-4. So they're going to probably most likely take a 1-0 lead. And Milwaukee, please, for the love of God, please win tomorrow. Please win on Thursday. I mean, oh Lord, I would love to see a Mets collapse in the wild card series, but if they get the job if they get the job today done, win game 1 and then they win game 2, then we're gonna have to face them in the next round. So I'm hoping for Milwaukee. I really don't want to play New York in the division series, but that's gonna be super entertaining. If we have to take down the Mets on our own, let us do it. If the Brewers can't fix it, then we'll take care of business. I'm still gonna go with the Brewers though, even if they're down already 1-0, obviously, because this game they already have an out, by the way. I'm literally watching it live. It's a wrap for game 1. And then oh my goodness, this might be really fucking good. Braves Padres. That game starts in about like 15 minutes from now. Oh my goodness, man. Braves Padres should be very fun. I'm going to go with the Padres, though. That Padres team looking phenomenal, though. They're looking phenomenal. Man, Machado, Tatis, fucking Bogarts. Like, everybody is really just clicking right now. Jackson Merrill, who has been an outstanding rookie, who is definitely in the conversation for AL Rookie of the Year, or NL Rookie of the Year, excuse me. And their pitching has been very good. Musgrove, Suarez has been one of the best relievers, or not one of the best closing pitchers from the bullpen this season. So the Padres just have that complete team, and they've just been clicking. Padres are going to be very scary. So I have the Padres. The Braves, obviously, it's awesome that the Braves were able to make it. Obviously, with all those injuries, with losing Acuna Jr., losing Freddie Freeman for a little bit. I mean, he's back now, but not Freddie Freeman. Oh my goodness, like he's with the fucking Braves. He's not with the Braves anymore, obviously. Um, Obviously losing a bunch of guys, losing a bunch of pitchers as well, but they were still able to, have one of the most streakiest pitchers when he's always in and out of injury in Chris Sale. I mean, thankfully he stayed fucking healthy this year, and look at him. He had a phenomenal year. He might win NL Cy Young of the Year this year with Chris Sale, how dominant he has been this year. So definitely has carried this Atlanta Braves pitching for the most part, because the Braves pitching is a little streaky at times as well. The bullpen, with Raisel Iglesias, he's the closing pitcher, right? So, or one of the relief pitchers. I don't know if he's the main closer, but I think he is. He's a relief for a closing pitcher. I've seen him kind of take out games, get save opportunities. So I believe he is the closing pitcher. But either or, the Braves, yeah, I just think matchup wise and face to face, like I think the Padres are just the better team right now and the better position to win right now. So I'm gonna have to pick the Padres here. So back to the American League. So with the Tigers and the Guardians, I'm gonna have to go with, man. I really like this Guardians team, man. This Guardians team offensively is super nice, man. Jose Ramirez could definitely put Cleveland on his back once again. Stephen Kwan has been phenomenal. A bunch of fucking guys have been able to pull through for this goddamn offense, and it's been phenomenal to see. It's been phenomenal to see. So the Guardians right now, I think they could take down Detroit. Detroit could be just a team that gets hot at the right moment, and obviously, like, they could be like the Texas Rangers of last year, where they got hot later in the postseason. I mean, they got hot late in the regular season, then they got super hot in the postseason, and they won the World Series. Who knows? The Tigers, they might be that Rangers team of last year that just kind of surprised everybody, and even the Diamondbacks as well, making it to the World Series as well. It's gonna be streaky, and that's official. The Mets, they take game one. They take game one of the series, so we'll see game two tomorrow. Please, Brewers, y'all better take the fucking dub tomorrow. I don't want to see a sweep though. Can't see that. All right, let me put the Vegas and New York game on right now. Let me just. All right, there we go. It's the second quarter right now, 37-34. Okay. That was my fucking remote. Anyways, where was I? Yeah, Guardians. So I have the Guardians making it to the ALCS. Now with the Royals Yankees, I think the Royals might give the Yankees a hard fucking time, but I am hoping the Yankees can pull through. They cannot fucking choke in the damn division series now. They cannot, man. How many times are they gonna sell in the playoffs? Oh my god, I'm kind of scared that Clay Holmes is gonna sell once again. I am so. Please, like, we're gonna really have to make sure Clay Holmes does not get many save opportunities, because he is going to sell you. He is going to fumble that goddamn bag, and I just don't believe it. I don't believe he's going to arise to the occasion in the fucking postseason. I mean, I've seen it way too much. I've seen a lot of Yankees games this year. It's not, the pitching can be super fucking streaky, especially the bullpen. I'm very concerned about that bullpen, and also even our offense. We got fucking two of the best power hitters and two of the best players in the game. You have fucking non-human Aaron Judge hitting almost 60 home runs this year. You have Juan Soto hitting 40, 41, 42 home runs this year, hitting for average, and is insane overall as an athlete. 5 tool fucking superstars, same with Aaron Judge, obviously. But Jazz Chisholm, he's there. He's cool. He's all right. Rizzo is now hurt. Oswaldo Cabrera is kind of inconsistent. Volpe is just there. Like, the lineup is really, they're just inconsistent, man. I just don't know. They have to get hot. This lineup cannot just be Soto and Judge, and then a little bit of Jazz Chisholm and a little bit of Verdugo. Everybody really needs to be on their fucking A game, because If not, the Yankees are just not going to pull through, and they're going to be once again a disappointment entering the damn postseason. So Yankees, a lot of people saying World Series, Dodgers, Yankees, World Series. I would love to see that. I would love to see that. I'm dreaming. I'm salivizing for that. Or salivating for that, to be correct. But they could be eliminated by fucking next week on fucking Thursday. Like next Thursday, they could be out. So you never know, man. You never know. It's it's gonna be a tough one. Whether they have to play Baltimore or Kansas City, it's gonna be a challenge. It's gonna be a challenge for New York, but I think they could pull through. So it's gonna be Guardians, Yankees in the ALCS, and then in the NLCS, fuck yeah, I'm definitely picking the goddamn Phillies over the Mets. Um, Wait, let me pick them in how many games? So Tigers, Astros, give me that in 3 games. Royals, Orioles, give me that in 2 games. Mets, Brewers, give me that in 3 games. Brewers in 3. Braves, Padres, give me the Padres in 2. I kind of want to, yeah, give me the Padres in 2 games. And then with the Tigers and Guardians, give me the Guardians in 6 games. Yankees, Orioles, or no, Yankees, Royals, give me that in. Oh wait, excuse me, I'm stupid. Not in 6 games. In the division series is best of 5. Give me 5 games. Give me 5 games. I think it's gonna be best of 5. Tigers, Guardians, game 5. Yeah. Give me the Guardians, and then I think also maybe Yankees, Royals. Actually, no, this might be 4. This might be 4. If they could really step up, I think Yankees in 4 in the division series. So then again, Mets, Phillies. I got Phillies in. Fine. Shit. Phillies in 4. Phillies in. Nah, they're gonna get their fucking Phillies in 5. This is gonna be a tough series against New York. If we have to play against New York, oh my god. But if we play Milwaukee though, if we play Milwaukee in 4, if New York, okay, if it's Milwaukee, I'm picking Milwaukee to win this series. So just by that, Phillies in 4. Phillies in 4. And then Dodgers versus Padres. Oh, I need 5. Oh, I need 5. This cannot be 3. This cannot be 3 games. I need 5. I need 5 games of Padres Dodgers. Me, thank you. So then back to the ALCS, we got Yankees Guardians. So now this is best of 7. Yankees in 7. Yankees in 7. Oh God, I'm being delusional, bruh. Whatever, man. Yankees in 7. I'll fucking whatever. The Guardians, they had a great run, but Yankees, I think they'll be able to pull through. I'm concerned. I have my doubts, but I have my belief as well. So let's just see what happens here. And then Phillies versus Dodgers, because I have the Dodgers over the Padres, and I have the Phillies over the Brewers, obviously. So Phillies in 4, Dodgers in 5. So Dodgers, Phillies, NLCS. I would love to see Yankees, Dodgers, but I want to see the Phillies in the mix of things too. I want to see the Phillies. This is going to be an amazing series. I want 7. Low key, I want 7. Phillies versus Dodgers. I want 7 of those bad bitches. So I think it's going to go the full distance, 7 games. I'm gonna go with the Phillies. I'm sorry, Dodgers, but y'all also choke in the playoffs too often too. So it won't be surprising to me at all if y'all just sell this. But hey, for Ohtani to continue on this absolutely historic run in the postseason, it's going to be magical. And to see what he's able to do in the postseason is going to be amazing. But I don't know. Ohtani's not the only fucking guy there, and there's a ton of guys. Trust me, there's a ton of guys in fucking in LA that's going to be able to provide. But still, I'm nervous though. I'm going to get the Phillies. So Yankees, Phillies, the rematch of the 2009 World Series. Who do I got? Phillies in 6. I got the Philadelphia Phillies beating the New York Yankees in 6 games. Yep. I got the Phillies taking down the Dodgers. I got the Phillies taking down the Brewers, the Dodgers, and the Yankees. That's gonna be fucking tough. Yep. Phillies in 6 against the New York Yankees. At least the Yankees will make the World Series. At least the Dodgers will fight to the absolute depths of hell in 7 games against the Phillies in the NLCS, but it's going to be short. Obviously, if it's Yankees Dodgers, the viewers, the viewership, everybody's going to be tapping in. I mean, look, if I'm not being biased, I would love Yankees Dodgers. I'm not totally against it. I won't really be too frustrated about it. But in that case, it would also have to be like battle of the death between the Phillies and the Dodgers. Like I don't want the Dodgers to sweep the Phillies for nothing, and then I'm just expecting to think that the Dodgers, oh, I want them to win. No, I'm going to be a little salty that they beat my Phillies, so I'm kind of going to be rooting for New York. But if it's a 7 game series and it's back and forth, and it could have been anybody's game, who knows? But, oh my God, bro. I know everybody's salivating. I just, please, make it happen, man. Make it happen. If you got to rig it, rig it. This will be a generational World Series if we're able to get the Yankees and the Dodgers. Oh my goodness, man. Please make it happen. I wouldn't mind the Phillies. Again, obviously, they're my team. They're my team. They're my biased team. But fuck it. But fuck it. Let's be unbiased. If this was a Yankees Dodgers World Series, who am I picking? Who am I picking? Who am I picking? Got a hat here. Got the Yankees. Got the Dodgers hat here. So I'm rooting for both. But who would I pick? Number 28 for New York, or number 11 or 12? How many of the World Series? The first one since 2020. And if you don't count the 2021 because it's COVID year, whatever, since 1988, but whatever. Give me the Japanese man. Give me the Japanese man. Give me the Japanese superhero of Shohei Ohtani winning the World Series in his very first postseason. You know how magical that would be? That would be magical. That would be magical. Honestly, it would be the greatest win for me if the Yankees, Dodgers, or Phillies win it. As long as it's not the Astros or the Mets, I'm honestly happy. As long as it's not the Astros or the bitch ass Mets, I'm honestly very excited. I'm low key would love to see the Orioles or the Royals in the World Series. The Guardians would seem kind of nice. The Padres in the World Series would be kind of like, it would make sense to me. The Brewers, I'm not gonna lie, maybe I don't think the Brewers. I don't see them as a World Series team, but who knows? Who knows? Who knows? But anyways, those are my predictions. So if I'm being biased, I'm going for the Phillies in 6 games. But if I'm not being biased, Dodgers in 7 against the Yankees, World Series champions. All right, now that we got that out the way, because that's just everything that we had to talk about. Let's talk about some headlines. A bunch of stuff happened. Derrick Rose. Let's talk about just kind of some things. So Derrick Rose, he recently posted on his Instagram a couple days ago, 5 days ago to be exact, that he is officially retiring from the NBA after how many years? After what, 14, 15 seasons in the NBA. Man, Derrick Rose is let me tell you about fucking Derrick Rose. I mean, I don't want to take up the whole goddamn episode, but if I could, I would. Anyway, so Derrick Rose, for those who don't know, if you're any fucking casual out there, never got to witness the peak or even a glimpse of what could have been maybe peak Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose was the first overall pick selected by the Chicago Bulls in 2008. And he played for the Bulls for 8 years. Obviously, then got, bounced around by a bunch of teams, went to the Knicks, the Cavs, the Timberwolves, the Pistons. The Knicks, he got back with them, and then obviously he retired afterwards, getting released by the Grizzlies. But man, those Chicago Bulls days were insane. I mean, look up the stats here. I mean, the stats, he's put up 12,000 points in his career, over 2,000 rebounds, over 3,000 assists. Obviously, most notably, the 2011 MVP, the NBA MVP, most valuable player, and the youngest to ever win the MVP at 22 years old. In his in his third year, he won MVP. It is honestly amazing. Coming out of Memphis, which was his college, he played a national championship in 2007, I believe, 2007, or 2008. It was 2008. Obviously, a couple months before he got drafted by Chicago. He was in the national championship against it was Memphis versus who? Kansas? I think it was Kansas. I guess it was like Mario Chalmers and DJ Augustine. Well, not DJ Augustine. That was he beat DJ Augustine in the Texas Longhorns in that run, but pretty much. Yeah, they lost in the national championship, but that was in college, obviously before getting drafted to the NBA. But basically, Derrick Rose, I mean, this dude was, when he was in Chicago, he was an absolute fucking freak. This dude was unbelievable. He was unbelievable. He was literally one of the greatest Chicago Bulls players that honestly could have been. Could have been the next Michael Jordan. Could have been the next savior of the South Side of Chicago. And he was electrifying to watch, dude. I just started like watching basketball that season after he won MVP. So I didn't get to witness that MVP season, right? You know, I just got into watching basketball, or at least just started knowing what basketball is. Oh my God, who is that on my screen? Holy crap. Damn, Shotty looks good. Anyways, and that puppy cute as fuck. Anyways, I got distracted. My bad. The Huss. Anywho, yeah, man, Derrick Rose was electrifying. If you've never seen his fucking highlights, dude, I mean, what are you doing, man? Are you really a basketball fan? Have you never seen Derrick Rose highlights? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I am sorry. This man, he's one of the biggest what ifs in all of sports, and especially in basketball, because obviously for all those injuries that he suffered, it obviously it derailed his career, man. It really derailed his career. I mean, he fucking won it Rookie of the Year. He was the youngest to win MVP. He went to 3 straight All-Star. He was a 3-time NBA All-Star 3 consecutive years. He was a first team All-NBA. Like, dude was a beast in college, a beast in high school. Like, and he also won. Oh, he actually won a couple gold medals in the FIBA World Cup too. Just to mention that as well. And also kind of surprised that he didn't play in the 2012 Olympics. He could have been in that 2012 Olympics, right? In London. I'm surprised he probably didn't want to be on it. But fuck it, if he was a part of that 2012 Olympics, God knows, we still would have had gold, either or. That would have been just another free gold medal for D Rose there if he was on that Olympic squad in 2012. But man, dude was electrifying to watch. I'm hoping everything for the best for Derrick Rose now that he's officially retired. He's turning 36 in a couple days. It's his birthday is October 4th, so it's coming up pretty soon. Yeah, man, Derrick Rose was an absolute beast. I mean, the prototype of what Ja Morant, Russell Westbrook is. If you think Ja Morant was amazing to watch, if you think Russell Westbrook is amazing to watch, look at fucking 2000. I'll give you 2007 to 2013 Derrick Rose, from high school, college, and his days in his first handful of years in Chicago. I mean, go do your research if you haven't yet. I mean, phenomenal, man. So shout out to D Rose, man. Shout out to D Rose. Hoping everything's great. And salute to you for your future adventures and everything. Let's talk about the Athletics. They wrapped up the season with a 3-2 win against the Texas Rangers. This is random. Why am I even mentioning this? They won their 69th game of the season with a win on Thursday. And this was officially the last game that the Oakland Athletics would play in the Oakland Coliseum, since starting next season, they're going to be playing in Sacramento for a couple years before they officially move to Vegas, which is obviously going to be their new home in 2027, 2026, or 2027. I believe it's going to be 2027. The next 2 seasons, they're going to be playing in Sacramento just as a temporary home. And obviously, yeah, they officially paid their respects and said their goodbyes to the Oakland Coliseum, the stadium, who has it's been through a lot of history in that stadium. That stadium was an absolute fucking disaster for a lot of reasons. It is in total disarray. But when it was definitely in its very good peak and condition and this and that, it was a great stadium. A lot of people had great memories with it. I mean, there was World Series that were played in this Coliseum, so of course it was magical for all the A's fans. Finally having that one last dance in that arena, and not in that arena, in that stadium, and yeah, I mean, shout out to the A's for making that management move to move into Vegas, but obviously leaving the Oakland fans behind. It's definitely tough, man. So I feel like a lot of people kind of appreciated that. Again, this is not something managed by the fans. The fans obviously are all about loyalty, and they obviously want the A's to stay, and they don't want them to go to Vegas. It's all about money, and it's all about other, the management, the hierarchy. They make the moves. So unfortunately they just kind of leave the fans in the dust, and we're like, well, bye, fuck you, we're going to Vegas. you know Oakland, you had your time, but it is what it is. They could have just built another stadium in Oakland, but that wasn't a better solution. They just decided to go somewhere else, a new place, new adventures coming up in the next handful of years. So shout out to the A's, but damn, man, that's gonna be another arena that's just another in history. It's gonna be in history, a part of baseball history. Caitlin Clark wins Rookie of the Year. Yes, she is not playing in the boy. Caitlin Clark's final WNBA playoff game, 2.54 million viewers, the best game since Clark was eliminated. 929,000 viewers. Ratings have had a fall off. Done for the season. Okay, so clearly I see that no one gives a fuck about the WNBA because Caitlin Clark is out 40 hours bounce in the playoffs. But either or, still tapping in to watch it, obviously, just because we still got fucking the Aces and the Liberty to watch. I mean, but shout out to Caitlin Clark. She won Rookie of the Year. Obviously, her first playoff series maybe didn't live up to the hype, but I mean, she didn't have the greatest game one. She had a decent game two. Um, but that brought in viewers, that brought in ratings, that brought in viewers. I definitely tapped in to see that game two. I didn't watch a lot of game one, but game two I saw it. Unfortunately, they couldn't get the job done. But bro, this is her in her rookie year. She's gonna be raising some WNBA championships by the end of her fucking career. Next year is gonna be her sophomore season. She's gonna be fucking. She's gonna be electrifying once again, just like she was this rookie season. Is going to get better, and it's still going to be must watch TV. So no surprise there. What the fuck are the Knicks doing? Karl Anthony Towns has been traded to the New York Knicks. Yes, you heard that right. He has been traded to the New York Knicks in a trade for Dante DiVincenzo and who else? And Julius Randle? I believe Julius Randle, yes. So they have agreed to a multi-pro deal that headlined by Karl Anthony Towns transferred to Manhattan per New York will part ways with Julius Randle, Dante DiVincenzo, and Keita Bates Diopon, whatever. While in salary form of Daquan Jeffries, Charlie Brown Jr. Okay. Wait, hold on. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. Oh my goodness. Get this shit out of here. Sorry, guys. I had something on my fucking nose. Anyways. So yeah, pretty confusing move for me. They got more size. The Knicks just got more size, but a little odd that they just decided to pick up another center here. And while the Timberwolves, they just kind of let go of Karl Anthony Towns. He was great for them last season, both sides of the ball. So, they kind of lost a big piece offensively and definitely a big piece defensively. but they're sticking with fucking Rudy Gobert, I guess. I mean, Rudy Gobert is an elite defender, but then when he fucking feels like it, he's getting cooked. So I don't know how much that's gonna do for them, but we'll see. We'll see how that fucking goes. But it hasn't been great, hasn't been phenomenal. So that's gonna be that. Dikembe Mutumbo has officially passed away a couple days ago, literally yesterday, September 30th, 2024. He passed away yesterday, unfortunately, at the age of 58. He had suffered brain cancer. And yeah, unfortunately, he passed away yesterday. And yeah, in an absolute tragedy, man. Brain cancer. I didn't even know he had brain cancer. That's insane, man. So man, rest in peace to Dikembe Mutombo. I mean, he is one of the greatest defenders all of NBA in all of the NBA history. I mean, four-time defensive player of the year in the 95, 97, 98, and in 2001. He was the first team, second team all defensive team, all rookie first team. He was a blocks and a rebound leader. I mean, he had all the signature poses, the no pose. He was an 8-time All-Star. He was one of the greatest defenders in all of the NBA, and literally in the history of the NBA. He ranks second among NBA career leaders in block shots. This man, he would come after you with his 7'2" frame, coming down to your fucking throat and making sure that ball ain't going to the goddamn hoop when he's right behind you. So, yeah, he was an absolute beast to watch, man. Shout out to Dikembe Mutombo. Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace, man. And then, unfortunately, man, same day yesterday, this time it was later that night, Pete Rose passed away. Man. And I still am not sure exactly what happened. Cause of death reveal. What happened? So he died of natural causes stemming from hypertensive and cardiovascular disease. Oh man. So yeah, man, Rose. Yeah, man, he passed away yesterday, man, in Vegas, at his home, man, at 83 years old. One of the greatest hitters and on base players, literally in baseball history. This man leads the league all time in hits with 4,256 hits, and he was a switch hitter as well. He played in the outfield, the infield. He was a manager at one point as well. He has played 3,562 games. He's had over 14,000 at bats. I mean, dude was insane. He's won 3 World Series championships with the Reds. Dude was insane, man. Dude was absolutely. He won with the Phillies, right? Yeah, he won with the Phillies, and then he won 2 with the Reds. World Series MVP, MVP in the National League, 17-time All-Star, a Rookie of the Year, a 2-time Gold Glove Award, batting champion in the 60s and the 70s. I mean, bro, he has all these fucking records in baseball. And unfortunately, he's not in the Hall of Fame because of that whole betting situation that he was banned from baseball because he used to gamble and bet on games while he was the manager in Cincinnati, right? Back in like the 90s or something, I believe. So, yeah, unfortunately, that obviously didn't do him justice there. But at this point, man, is it really that much worth it? This man has all of these records, and clearly the fucking career highlights and the achievements and dude, his resume is insane. Like, this is a Hall of Fame resume. I don't care if this man was betting on games. I know the rules are rules and he shouldn't have done that, but there's certain things that I feel like maybe that doesn't have to take away that status of him putting all this fucking work. Just because he made that mistake, maybe we shouldn't necessarily punish him from being banned from baseball. That's insane. I don't know. Like, same with Barry Bonds. I know with the steroids that obviously doesn't justify his case and stuff, but you could also make the argument for other reasons why he even without the steroids, he was still worthy of a Hall of Fame trajectory, and he still would have probably been a Hall of Famer without the roids. You know, it was just kind of like an enhancer. It was literally just for him to take a step forward, right? But either or, Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame, should be honored. But man, rest in peace to Pete Rose, man. Rest in peace to Pete Rose. Yesterday was media day in the NBA, but not really gonna talk too much about it. I mean, media day, but media is it walks out on media after being asked why Kendrick Lamar wasn't on his summer playlist. Bro, people got nothing. You know what, bro? People just be asking some dumbass questions. At this point, man, who gives a fuck? At this point, that's some bullshit. Who gives a shit? Anyways, anywho, bro. Any fucking hoopla. It's just a bunch of hoopla. Everybody, the season's coming up in a couple weeks, guys. Fuck media day. Who gives a shit? No, there's no basketball. It's just bullshit. It's just bullshit. All right, now let's get to college football, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to college football. All right, so Army, they beat Temple 42-14. Holy shit, what a fucking headache. And what an absolute scare for Miami. But they pulled it off. They win 38-34 against Virginia Tech. Cam Ward played great. 343 yards, 4 touchdowns. But the defense, non-existent. What the fuck was going on with that defense? Especially in that first half. What the hell was going on? I don't know where that defense was doing, but 34 points to Virginia Tech. And also, talk about that last play of the game where it was an overturned touchdown call from Virginia Tech. We were lucky. We were lucky that barely there was enough evidence to see that he definitely did not have full possession of that football, because we could have lost this game very much. But we got the job done. We're 5-0. You know what I mean? Go Hurricanes, you know what I'm saying? Go Hurricanes. You know, Cam Ward is putting up a Heisman MVP, Heisman season. 5-0, baby. But we got to go up against California at California. California, what the fuck? We're going up against California next week. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. They just beat, I believe, what did they just beat? Didn't they just beat Florida State? Oh no, they lost to Florida State. Correction. Either or, I mean, we should beat them, right? They fucking lost bitch ass Florida State in big old 2024. But we'll see. Should not be too much, but we'll see what happens. Let's go fucking Hurricanes. Let's keep this winning streak going, because that was a scare. That was very much a scare. Rutgers, they beat Washington 21-18. Texas dominates against Mississippi State 35-13. 325 yards for Arch Manning, excuse me. 2 touchdowns. Oh my goodness. Let's fucking talk about this Georgia-Alabama game. Holy shit, what a battle this was in the second half. Or at least, pretty much, it was a battle kind of like in that fourth quarter. Because it was an absolute domination festival. In that first half, Alabama was up 30-7 at halftime. Yup, you heard that right. They were up 30-7 at halftime. So clearly Bama was cooking Georgia, and they had no fucking answers for Alabama in that first half. But Georgia's not, they were definitely not leaving this fucking game without putting up a fight. Kirby Smart, he gave them that fucking talk in that halftime speech. And it worked enough. Carson Beck was easily the problem in that first half. Well, he switched it around, and he was the reason why they even made this game even close enough in that second half, because 439 yards, he had to go for 50 passing attempts because clearly they were down by a lot. He just had to throw the ball. The run game, no mas. We don't need the run game. We need to fucking make big explosive plays. We need to take down Georgia. We need to take down Alabama here at their fucking crib. So clearly he had no choice but to keep on making pass attempts. 3 touchdowns. He was the shit part of Georgia in that first half, but then he was able to pick things up. And even then, with 2 minutes left in the game, they actually retaken the lead 34-33. Yes. Or 34-33, excuse me. Yes, they retook the lead with like 2 minutes left in the game. So Bama, they choked. They fucking choked in that fourth quarter because they let Georgia take the lead, but only for like 13, 15 seconds, because then on the very next play, Jalen Milroe throws his absolute perfect ball to Ryan Williams, the wide receiver from Alabama, and this man, oh my God, he makes a 75-yard touchdown play, and they take the lead again. So basically, just to recap, Alabama, they blew a 23-point lead, and they retook the lead after one fucking play. After Georgia just took the lead for the first time in the game, they had a lead 13 seconds. Boom. Alabama absolutely fucking came back and retaliated. Ryan Williams. Guys, how many times do people have to fucking say this? But if you don't know, you will know now. This man is a freshman in college, right? He's 18, 19, maybe? No, guys. How old is he, you may ask? He's 17 years old. He's 17 years old. He was born in 2007. I just love to see guys 3-4 years younger than me just making me feel like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? 17 years old, this man is cooking Georgia defenders and scoring the game-winning clutch touchdown against fucking Ryan Williams. You're an absolute fucking dog. You're an absolute fucking legend, and you're gonna get all the hoes. As if you weren't getting hoes before this game, it multiplied by 15. It multiplied by 15. I don't know if it's a lot of snow bunnies down there, if it's a lot of black queens. I don't know what's the deal over there, but you are pulling in from every fucking race there is. Ryan Williams, the 17-year-old minor. He is a fucking minor. He's not even 18. He can't even buy a fucking pack of cigarettes yet. Until next year, because his birthday's in fucking February 9th. He's pulling hoes that are fucking 21, 20, trying to eat his penis. Either or. Amazing. Amazing. This was one of the greatest games I ever had to fucking watch. This is beautiful. Football is just beautiful, right? It is fucking beautiful. Literally, it is fucking beautiful. Anyways, Alabama they beat Georgia. Ohio State, Kentucky. Look, guys, I'm just gonna scroll, and you guys get to see the scores. Not even gonna talk. Let me just drink my water, and I'll scroll down because there's not really much else to talk about here. Okay, let me talk about this Colorado game though. Okay, but Colorado, my goodness, they won 48-21 against UCF. Oh yeah, we got to talk about this. So Shedeur Sanders, yeah, he had 290 yards, 28 for 35, 3 touchdowns, a little picky pick, whatever. But goddamn, they went fucking crazy. 48 points Offense went stupid. What were Travis Hunter's what was Travis Hunter's stats? Let me see real quick. Uh, Travis Hunter had 9 receptions, 89 yards, and a touchdown. Um, dude was phenomenal, man. Dude was literally phenomenal. Um, Travis Hunter also had an interception in this game. I mean, oh my fucking goodness, Travis Hunter, dude. This is gonna be a tough Heisman. Like this season, it's gonna be one of the best Heisman races ever. Like you got Travis Hunter in the mix. You got Jalen Milroe after beating. You had Carson Beck there, but obviously now that Milroe got the best of Carson Beck, matchup wise, Carson Beck's not going to be anywhere in the top 5 for Heisman, but still going to be maybe in that conversation. So Jalen Milroe, Travis Hunter, Cam Ward, um, fucking who else? Quinn Ewers is still there, even though he's hurt, but he's still there, I guess. But obviously, since he's hurt, not so much. Isn't Will Howard also the quarterback for Ohio State still in the mix of things? Oh, the running back from Boise State, Ashton Genty, I believe. Dude is insane. If we get to the Boise State game, I'll kind of talk about it briefly. I'll show his stats in a little bit, but yeah, Colorado, man, they impressed. They impressed me here. They're 4-1. They absolutely crucified UCF. Yeah, they dominated the defense. They played good. They played good, and the O-line wasn't in absolute shambles. This Colorado team is actually competitive now, and they could honestly make big moves. They just have to keep playing like this. They need to play more. They need to play games like this more often. This is just a complete game offensively, complete game defensively. Travis Hunter is just a superhero. You know, both sides of the ball, fucking scoring touchdowns, getting interceptions. I mean, it's ridiculous. And in that Big 12 conference that they just joined, they're up there. They're up there, and they could definitely be in contention for the Big 12 championship. I mean, let me look at the standings here. With the BYU, Texas Tech, Iowa State, obviously there's other teams, you know, in the mix still, but they are definitely there in that Big 12 conversation. They could potentially win it. And if they win it, they're a bowl game. You know, they're a bowl game away. They're only 2 wins away from a bowl game, which is obviously drastic improvement from last season. I mean, they have already got they've already matched the amount of wins that they got last season. They got 4 wins last year. Went 4-8. They went 4-8 last year, and they started the season 3-1. They started the season 3-1. So yes, it's not late for fucking Colorado to collapse, but if they're looking like this for the rest of the season, oh, watch out. Colorado, they might even in the conversation for the college football playoffs. As much as that sounds insane, they might be in that conversation. And Deion Sanders, we're going to have to fucking praise his fucking, oh my goodness. I mean, we're going to have to praise this man even more than what we already do. Praise him. Phenomenal stuff from Colorado. They just got to keep it going. They just got to keep it consistent. If they just keep playing like this, it's going to be fucking great. Oh yeah, I already passed it by, but here, yeah. Boise State, 45-24 win. Yeah, Ashton Genty, bro. Dude's insane. Dude has 82 carries, 845 yards, and 13 touchdowns in 5 fucking games? What? In 4 or 5 games. How many games? Dude, what the fuck? Bruh, this is insane. In 4 games. In the game 1, he had 6 touchdowns. Against Oregon, he had 3 touchdowns. He had 127 yards, 11 carries against, clearly they had other guys in that game. Don't know really why this one he couldn't really run up the score here, but they didn't really utilize him there that much. But in this game, fucking running the ball ferociously. He had fucking 259 yards, 26 carries, and 4 fucking touchdowns, dude. So basically, he had 13 touchdowns in 3 games. 13 touchdowns in 3 games. Dude's insane. 6'4", 4-3 in just 3 games. Dude's also definitely in the Heisman uh, conversation. Dude's probably the most electrifying running back to watch, and that's fucking Boise State, a team that I barely watch any games from. So definitely going to be tapping in to watch more games more frequently because that dude is fucking dude is prime time. Dude is absolute prime time. Florida State, they get blown out by SMU. Oh boy. Florida State. Anyways, damn, 50-4. New Mexico takes a dub here. Yeah, we got a lot here. But that's that. That's that for college football, y'all. That is that for college football. And now we just gotta yeah, we just gotta all right. That's that for college football. Now let's do fantasy football recap. Ladies and gentlemen, let's do fantasy football recap real quick, and then we will talk about the games finally, and then we'll do memes, and then that's the end of the episode. But so here we are. It is my matchup week 4. I won, so I am now 3-1. I am now second, right? Oh, well, let's talk about the score. So obviously, blowout, 109.56 to 44.3. Yeah, did not put a lot of these guys on the bench. Why the fuck is McCaffrey in the starting lineup? Or Christian Watson? Or Austin Eckler? But either or, rookie mistake here for Selección 305. He didn't. I mean, the fact that McCaffrey's still in the starting lineup is crazy. Does he know? Does he know? Does he know, or was he just fucking lazy? Who knows? But anywho, shout out to Georgie. But still, man, damn, 44 points. That's crazy. That's crazy. But either way, so yeah, 3-1. Other matchups here. Oh wait, let me look at my match. My hold on. So yeah, Joe Burrow, he gave me 16 points. Saquon gave me 13. J.K. Dobbins gave me 9 points. Amon-Ra St. Brown gave me 20.78. Mike Evans gave me 23.4. Brock Bowers gave me 5.1. Debo 10 points. The Chiefs gave me 7. The Chiefs defense gave me 7 points, and Austin Harrison Buckner gave me 4.0. But Jordan Love coming off the bench, even with an L, he gave me 28 points off the bench. Jaden Daniels, bro, he had a phenomenal game, 24 points as well. Another phenomenal game. Dude is insane. Dude was absolutely fucking insane. But either or, it was great. It was a great win overall. Blowout. I Chase Young Kids defeats You Need to First Down, 131.1 to 118 to 54. As he moves on to 2-2, and well, she goes down to 2-2. Then Gang takes down Cutter Squad, 155.68 to 126.0. They're both at 2-2 as well. And then Abel's astounding team, still astounding, 4-0, 126.54 to 60.08. Damn, stupid depression. You're 0-4, just like the Jacksonville Jaguars. So let's look at the current standings at the moment. So as you see, I am the second best in fantasy right now, record-wise, 3-1. Abel's astounding team, 4-0. I Chase Young Kids, You Need a First Down, Gang, Cutter Squad, all tied at 2-2. And then Selección 305 at 1-3, and then Stupid Depression at 0-4. I am currently at a 73% chance of making the playoffs. Abel's astounding team is at a 98. But I've just been going up. I still haven't made that many moves yet. I've only made one move, but I'm on a 3-game winning streak right now. I'm cooking. So looking pretty good right now. Projected playoff bracket. I would have to go up against the playoff brackets right now. Whatever. We'll look at that later. That's not important right now. So yeah, I got the win in fantasy. That's dope. But I got to make some moves. Because look at this. My running back room is busy because they are on a bye week. So I'm going to have to make some moves real quick. So And fucking even Amon-Ra St. Brown. So the Lions, the Chargers, and the Eagles are all on bye week. And I don't have any running back depth besides Mostert. So I'm gonna have to put Mostert and replace J.K. Dobbins there to obviously get some points there. Now for Saquon Barkley, I'm going to. I mean, I have to find another running back. I don't have another running back that I can add on to. So in the meantime, I guess let's just find a running back in the market. Let's do some shopping, guys. It's here. Add players. Fuck. Jesus Christ. Let's do some shopping. So let's find ourselves a running back. So right now, I mean, the best that we got here, we got Chuba Hubbard. We got I'm gonna get this motherfucker. Now I'm gonna have to drop somebody. I'm gonna get Zach Charbonnet, and I'm gonna have to drop somebody. Who the fuck am I gonna drop though? Uh, should I drop J.K. Dobbins just for this week? Fuck it, I'll do it. I'll drop him just for this week, and I'll reclaim him afterwards. If someone fucking takes him, I'm going to get. I'm not gonna like it. So yeah, we're gonna have to make that change pretty quickly. So the pending move is there. So by tomorrow oh shit, I gotta put my shit to charge. By tomorrow morning, it should process the move. So I will be getting Zach Charbonnet, and I will drop J.K. Dobbins. Just in the meantime, just so I can get another running back in the department here. Now, wide receiver, I'm going to switch out Amon-Ra St. Brown with Devontae Adams. Obviously not Cooper Kupp. Wait a minute. Do I even... I'm not going to release Cooper Kupp, though. Fuck it. Devontae Adams. I'll just put Devontae Adams there. So, boom. So putting Devontae Adams back in there, even though they're all questionable, though. They're all fucking questionable, but they look like they're all going to be playing. Hopefully they don't miss out because there's still a bunch of guys that I still got to... None of them are all... Like, Mostert, Adams, and Mike Evans, they're all questionable, but they're not ruled out just yet, so there's not much I'm going to do now. There's not much I can do right now. So now, right now, my matchups is going to be based off of that. So right now, my current matchup, what are my projections right now? My projected is still to get absolutely fucking cooked. My projections is to get 90.6 points, while he's supposed to get 123. Obviously, with me adding on, taking out Saquon Barkley from the bye week, I mean, he pretty much beats me here. Most of these stats here. Matchup wise, I mean, Derrick, oh my fucking God, Derrick Henry, bro, Aaron Jones, Marvin Harrison, they've been all fucking phenomenal in fantasy. Derrick Henry and Marvin Harrison Jr. especially. Drake London, a little disappointing. Over Devontae Adams, I'm not sure about that. Tight end, Kittle, yes. Debo has been definitely better than Ayuk. The Chiefs' defense, he has the Vikings' defense, bro, and they've been good as well. And Buckner, I got the team line here. So yeah, the bench is kind of like... Shit. I have better projections on my bench, but still, yeah, we'll see how this matchup works. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a little bit tough, but but you know that's just how it's gonna work. This is just how it's gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Message room. Wait. Let's see if any other news drops. So. Oh shit! He literally picked them up last week. Though it was last week, so he picked up that defense literally last week. So it was pretty quick. So I've been boosting up, y'all. I've been boosting up. I've been at 8, I was at 7, then I was at all the way now. I'm currently at 2. So I've just been going up. I've just been going up, bro. I've just been going up. Things are looking nice. Things are looking good. I got to catch up to Abel, though. I got to catch up to Abel with the record. But that's that for fantasy. That is that for fantasy football. Now let us talk about the games, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about the games, guys. So, you know what? Let's just kind of do it here on ESPN, so I don't have to go anywhere else here. Boring ass fucking game. Not even gonna mention this fucking bitch ass game. This was boring as hell. Cowboys beat the Giants. Hooray. Let's get this dumbass game out the fucking way. All right, so the Eagles, they lose to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 33-16, man. Are you fucking serious, man? I'm gonna say this. Look. Why does it feel like every time we have to play against the Buccaneers, they just always play like this crazy, like they really just outrun us so fucking much. They like to really use the run game a lot, and their defense just absolutely fucking tears our offense apart. Fair enough. We didn't have Devontae Smith. We didn't have AJ Brown. So obviously our two biggest offensive weapons besides Saquon Barkley, were absent from this game. But even with Saquon Barkley doing a lot with 10 carries, 84 yards, we just couldn't get much production here, man. Jalen Hurts, 18 for 30, 158 yards, a touchdown. He was fine. He was fine. He played a decent game. But damn, dude. Like, we're just not getting where we're supposed to go, man. And he's always in these fucking turnovers, man. They're becoming a problem, dude. It's becoming a fucking problem, dude. All these goddamn turnovers. It's insane. It's insane. We need to figure it out, man. We need to fucking figure it out with these goddamn turnovers. But we'll see, man. We'll see what happens there. Buccaneers, shout out to them. Their defense was phenomenal. They just got the best of us. They got the best of us again. Shout out to Baker Mayfield. Anywho, let's talk about the Kansas City Chiefs as they took down the LA Chargers 17-10 in a pretty nitty-gritty game here. Yeah, I mean, the Chiefs are 4-0, ladies and gentlemen. The Chiefs are 4-0 against in the season, and the Chargers are 2-2. Mahomes still the offense is not looking phenomenal, but they're still clicking defensively, only allowing 10 points. Obviously, this defense is great, and only allowing those 10 points in the first quarter alone. So clearly, things are clicking up in Kansas City. That even when Mahomes is not playing at his very best, still he's just doing his job. He's just doing his job, not turning the ball over that much. I mean, he did have an interception in this game, but still, offense has not been, mind-blowing for Kansas City, but they're still able to get wins. They're still able to pull through a complete game, even if they're not wowing us offensively. Even if they're not wowing us offensively, this Chiefs team is still really fucking good. They just get wins however they can fucking get wins. Travis Kelce still doesn't have a touchdown this season. He's not. Clearly something's not working for Travis Kelce. Like, he's just not. I don't know what something's missing, man. Something is missing, but they're gonna have to just fucking find a click somewhere because it has to go. It has to go, man. It has to fucking go somewhere. It has to fucking go somewhere. It's too much now. It is literally way too much. It is way too much. But that is that. Chiefs, they get the win against the Chargers. Next, we got the Saints losing to the Atlanta Falcons 26-24 in a back-and-forth game. This is literally a back-and-forth game here. Derrick Carr, 28 for 36, 239 yards of interception. And literally, Kirk Cousins almost had identical stats, 238 yards and interception, 21 for 35. Had a decent game. Both teams played pretty good offensively. Defensively showed out as well. But the Falcons, they got the best out of New Orleans because Young Ho Ko, right? I believe that's how you say it. He hit a 58-yard field goal to win the game. So that was obviously great on them for them to get the win there. It was great for the Atlanta Falcons to pull through. They got the win against the Saints. So that was pretty much that. I mean, I didn't really watch the game that much, so can't really tell you much there. Anyways, next we got the Rams losing to the Chicago Bears, 24-18. Very sloppy game for the Rams offensively. Couldn't get much going here. A lot of field goals. But let's talk about the Chicago Bears, as they were able to pull through with a win here. And Caleb Williams looked a lot better. He looked a lot better. 17 for 23, 157 yards, a touchdown. DeAndre Swift had a touchdown. They were running the ball down the field like crazy, and it was clearly working. Caleb Williams did not have to throw the ball that many times and try to play fucking hero ball. Just giving the ball to DeAndre Swift, giving it to Khalil Herbert at certain snaps as well. And the run game was active. And they were pretty much able to pull through to that Rams defense, who have just been kind of disappointing. Definitely disappointing. Matthew Stafford, 20 for 29, 224 yards, an interception. Has been solid. But just, he doesn't have his main guys. He's just kind of just figuring out the offense. He's giving it to Tutu Atwell, 4 receptions, 82 yards, but he's not going to do much as well. Kyren Williams, he had 19 carries, 94 yards, and a touchdown. So the run game is being able to, get something going there, but still got to really figure things out offensively because and defense, they look, the Rams, with all these injuries and with the defense also just isn't the same without Aaron Donald, and also they've just been disappointing. So the Rams, they really got to make some adjustments here. They got to figure certain things out because it's not looking pretty right now. But the Bears are 2-2. And things are looking up in the right track right now for the Bears. So shout out to the Bears. Shout out to the Bears there. Wow. Fucking wow. Let's talk about this game. Vikings. They are 4-0, ladies and gentlemen. They are 4-0, 31-29. They got a 31-29 win against the Green Bay Packers. Now, the Vikings were dominating. They were dominating that first half against the Packers. They were up 28-7. The Packers looked absolutely abysmal in that first half. But a tale of two fucking stories, because in that second half, specifically fourth quarter, the Packers decided to put up a round about 22 piece to make this a close game. And it was a one-possession game eventually. They were able to pull through with a field goal. They added on to a field goal with the Vikings, added on to a field goal in that fourth quarter. And the Packers were closing in. They had a touchdown. Jordan Love was throwing the ball fucking 54 fucking times, 32 for 54, 389 yards, 4 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Clearly, if that fucking first half was not so abysmal for Green Bay, they definitely would have had a great chance of beating Minnesota in this one. Because, Minnesota looked amazing in the first half, and then they almost blew a fucking lead to the Packers. And then the Packers, they were able to fight back and make this into a ball game after getting blown out in the first half. But still wasn't able to get the win here. Jordan Love played pretty good in that fourth quarter specifically. But Sam fucking Darnold, 20 for 28, 275 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an interception. Bro, the Minnesota Vikings are 4-0. They're 4-0, ladies and gentlemen. Like, this is what the fuck we're talking about right now? Yes, they're fucking 4-0. They're winning games. They haven't lost a damn game this season so far. Their defense has been great for the most part. Yes, forget about that fucking fourth quarter, I guess, in this game. Justin Jefferson has been active. 6 receptions, 85 yards, a tutty. They've been able to... Their offense is clicking, man. I don't know what to tell you. They're literally looking really good. They're literally probably the second or third, and maybe the best team in the NFL right now. Maybe. Holy shit. Holy shit. Shout out to the fucking Vikings. Shout out to the Vikings. Anyways, move on. Next, we got the Indianapolis Colts taking down the Pittsburgh Steelers 27-24. Anthony Richardson got hurt in this game, and Joe Flacco had to come in as the backup quarterback, where he had 16 for 26, 168 yards, 2 touchdowns. The offense looked pretty good for Indianapolis in this game, with Anthony Richardson even playing pretty decent before he got hurt. But then obviously Joe Flacco just kept on piling up more points, leaving the Colts to just kind of putting up more points around that fourth quarter. It had like 10 points. But Justin Fields really was phenomenal. I mean, 22 for 34, 312 yards, a touchdown. This man also had 55 yards, rushing, 10 carries, and 2 rushing touchdowns on his own. He was the offense. Literally, Justin Fields was the entire offense for the Pittsburgh Steelers in this game, especially in that second half. And yeah, the Colts just really couldn't stop him, in that second half. But the Steelers defense didn't really play their best game in this one. They kind of just slowed down a bit in this one. They kind of took their foot off the gas pedal a bit. They just kind of left it hanging there, kind of driving on autopilot there. So Steelers, great defense, but not the best outing for today. And obviously now they suffer their first loss of the season, man. They suffer their first loss of the season. I'll be right back before I get to talk about this bummy ass game. All right. So me walking away, going to the bathroom, and drinking some of this water was probably more entertaining than this bitch ass fucking football game this was. The Denver Broncos, they win in a salami, ugly win against the New York Jets. Touchdown? Yes, there actually was a touchdown. That was a touchdown to Courtland Sutton in the third quarter. Fucking surprisingly, yes. And that was about it. Rainy game, sloppy defense, piling on, and the Jets still couldn't beat the Broncos. They only put up 3 field goals. That's it. 3 field goals. They couldn't get in the end zone once. What happened last week? What the fuck? I know it was raining, but the Broncos were able to put up a touchdown, one drive. And they looked like dog shit in that first half, too. The Broncos, I mean, it was 6-0 at halftime. They looked terrible. Bo Nix, the 25 attempts, 12 completions, 60 yards. And he still got a touchdown, and he still got a win. Aaron Rodgers had to throw for 225 yards and 42 passing attempts just for not a touchdown to be in sight. That's crazy. Imagine 60 yards, 1 touchdown, was able to win the game by 1 point. And also shout out to the fucking Jets kicker. He can't make his kicks. Greg Zuerlein, he absolutely butchered that shit. I mean, he hit 3 of them, but then he missed that last one in that fourth quarter. So that was a bummy. That was ugly. Ugh. Oh my goodness. But anyways, the Broncos, they win that shit show of a game. Anyways, next we got the Cincinnati Bengals. They finally take down the Carolina Panthers. And they get their first win of the season, 34-24. Yep, and the Panthers are the Panthers. Yeah, Andy Dalton though, 25 for 40, 220 yards, 2 touchdowns, interception. Chuba Hubbard had 18 carries, 104 yards and a touchdown. Deontay Johnson had 7 receptions, 83 yards and a touchdown. So the offense looked pretty decent. They didn't look terrible at all. It was cooking with gas here. Fair enough. It was looking pretty nice. It was looking pretty good. But the Bengals, they were clicking offensively for sure. Joe Burrow, 22 for 31, 232 yards, 2 touchdowns, interception. Chase Brown had 2 touchdowns, 80 yards, and 15 carries. And Jamar Chase, of course, had a touchdown with 3 receptions and 85 yards, on top of that. So, yeah, I mean, the Bengals defense is still a complaint here, but they were able to, hold off the Carolina Panthers. It was the Panthers after all. I know they destroyed the Raiders last week, and Bryce Young is still not the quarterback at the moment. But Andy Dalton isn't amazing. He's a good option and definitely giving this Carolina Panthers team a little bit of hope. But he's not Superman. He ain't going to save this team. And even the Bengals have looked pretty bad defensively. They did not have their best outing defensively. They should probably be having. My goodness, why was that so hard to say? But the offense stepped out. The offense did their job, and you can't really complain. You cannot really complain there. So shout out to the Bengals. They finally are on the board with a win this season. All right, next we got the Jacksonville Jaguars losing to the Houston Texans 24-20. Now, the Jaguars almost won this game because they actually they were playing pretty decent in this game. They were playing pretty good in this game defensively, and they were definitely giving CJ Stroud some problems here at certain points in the game. However, CJ Stroud still was balling though. 27 for 40, 345 yards, 2 touchdowns. Cam Akers had 13 carries, 53 yards. Nico Collins, man, god damn, he's an absolute beast. I believe he's now the leading leader in receiving yards at the moment. But 12 receptions, 151 yards, and a touchdown. Phenomenal stuff. Trevor Lawrence, though, 18 for 33, 169 yards, 2 touchdowns. Bigsby had 7 carries, 90 yards. Brian Thomas Jr. had 6 receptions, 86 yards, and a tutty. So, yeah, the Jaguars' offense was kind of subpar, they're a couple touchdowns there and there, but nothing spicy, nothing outstanding. However, CJ Stroud and the Texans, even though they weren't really in full control of this game that much, they were able to pull through in that fourth quarter and they retake the lead. And then the defense played good. The defense played pretty good. And the Houston Texans, they bounced back after getting destroyed last week by who the fuck did they lose to the Texans? Who the fuck did they? Oh, the Vikings, I think. They lost to the Vikings last week. Yeah, they got destroyed by the Vikings too. So hey, but the Vikings aren't a bad team. So can they really complain? Can they really complain? No, they can really not. Anyways, next we got the Commanders dominating, and I mean dominating, the Arizona Cardinals 42-14. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Jaden Daniels is an absolute fucking superstar. 26 for 30, 233 yards, a touchdown, an interception, but dude looked great. 21 carries, 101 yards, and a touchdown for Brian Robinson. Zaccheaus had 6 receptions and 85 yards as well. The offense was fucking clicking. They scored in every single quarter. And bro, they rarely punt. They barely punt ever, and they barely commit turnovers. So the Commanders, they're 3-1. they're looking really good in very good position in that NFC East division at the moment. Definitely not the favorites, but with Jaden Daniels playing great football right now, probably the best rookie quarterback right now, having phenomenal back-to-back games. The offense has been clicking. The defense was very good for the Washington Commanders in this game, and that's shocking because they do not have a fucking good defense. So the Cardinals, what the fuck happened here, though? I mean, Kyler Murray, 16 for 22, 142 yards, a touchdown. James Conner had a touchdown, 104 yards, 18 receptions. Marvin Harrison had 5 receptions, 45 yards, and a tutty as well, but still couldn't do much here, man. Still couldn't do much here. It was a lot of work for Arizona. And they just couldn't get the job done here. They just fell flat on their fucking face. But the Commanders, they take the win here. Shout out to them. Shout out to them. Next, we got the New England Patriots losing to the San Francisco 49ers 30-13. The Niners, they looked pretty good offensively, as you probably expected. 15 for 27, 288 yards, a touchdown, an interception for Brock Purdy. Decent stat line. Jordan Mason, 24 carries, 123 yards, and a touchdown. And then Juwan Jennings had 3 receptions, 88 yards. So getting pretty active as well. Didn't have an amazing game like he did last week when he had those 3 touchdowns, but still phenomenal, putting up points there, putting up yards there, excuse me. Jacoby Brissett, though, god damn, 19 for 32, 168 yards, a touchdown, interception. He got sacked I think 5 or 6 times in this game. Oh, oof. Nick Bosa. I see the memes. When he has to sack a black quarterback, this man is unstoppable. Unbelievably unstoppable. Dude's fucking absolutely ridiculous. But Patriots, they're just not good. They're just not good. What do you want me to say? Jacoby Brissett is not the guy. It's not the guy in New England. And the Niners, they would have put a pretty good performance here. Good balanced offense, good balanced defense. 49ers win. Very typical here. Next, we got the Cleveland Browns losing to the Las Vegas Raiders 20-16. Jesus, man. Ugly game here for the Browns. 24 for 32, 176 yards. A touchdown interception for Deshaun Watson, who looked, he had that one good play, that one good drive, but that was pretty much that. Jerome Ford had 10 carries, 58 yards. Jerry Jeudy had 6 receptions, 72 yards. With Gardner Minshew, 14 for 24, 130 yards. They just, they just didn't have much going on here. Trey Tucker had a touchdown, and then DJ Turner had a touchdown. But again, defensive touchdowns there, a defensive touchdown there, and then an offensive touchdown here. Raiders, they're just weird. Their offense has just not been clicking. Their offense has not been clicking as what we would expect them to be clicking at this point right now. It's just looking super subpar. And the Browns offense just looks terrible as well. And then the defense, they have their moments. But still, not looking great. Not looking great for the Cleveland Browns. They just look fucking sluggish as hell. But that is that. Raiders, they got the job done against the Browns. Bada bing, bada boom. Next, we got Sunday Night Football with the Buffalo Bills getting destroyed by the Baltimore Ravens. Damn. The Bills were looking like the best team in the NFL, and then they go to fucking Baltimore, and then they got booty washed. They got power drilled there. Damn. Fuck. Any given week, y'all. Any given week. I mean, I had Baltimore winning this game, but shit. 35-10. Couldn't do much here. Lamar Jackson, 13 for 18, 156 yards, 2 touchdowns. Derrick Henry, 24 carries, 199 yards, a touchdown. Dude's insane, bro. Dude's insane. Justice Hill had 6 receptions and 78 yards and a touchdown as well. Yeah, Ravens, they got that offense on lock. On lock. Running, shoving, power drilling through that fucking Bills defense. That run game was doing, man. Derrick Henry is an absolute fucking dog. He still got it, man. Still got it. Still a top 5 back in the league. Yes, McCaffrey, especially McCaffrey, not playing this season so far. We got a lot of guys out here fucking trying to take the throne. Derrick Henry's still top 3 at the moment, man. That's not even stop fucking playing. Dude's absolutely insane. Lamar Jackson, 2 touchdowns as well. Yeah, this Ravens offense was definitely clicking. And the defense, shout out to the defense. They played phenomenal as well. Only letting Josh Allen put up 10 points, especially with an offense that was clicking on all cylinders that first 3 games. And I mean, yeah, last week it was kind of like a whatever because it was against the fucking Jaguars. But still, 47 points against anybody is still impressive enough, right? But the Ravens pulling up a big win against the Buffalo Bills at home. The Ravens are clicking now. They're 2-2. They started 0-2. Now they're 2-2. Things are clicking up for Baltimore now. Let's not stress too much on them. They should be fine. Buffalo, same. Yeah, they lost to Baltimore, and because that defense they just couldn't stop Derrick Henry. They literally could not stop Derrick Henry, and they just had no fucking answer for him. And the offense was also just wishy washy, and they got only 1 touchdown. They got 1 touchdown. That wasn't that just it was a Ty Johnson touchdown in that third quarter, and that was just pretty much all they were able to pull through for Buffalo. So bad offensive night, bad defensive night for Buffalo, but we're not gonna have that many moments for Buffalo. They're still gonna be great this season. So let's not fucking panic here too much. But I think we should panic about the fucking Miami Dolphins because holy shit, was this game an absolute shit show. The Tennessee Titans defeat the Miami Dolphins 31-12. Yeah, we're not even gonna start with this bullshit. The Tennessee Titans, they were 0-3 to start the year. They get their first win of the season, and they put up 31 points against our fucking defense. Oh my goodness, bro. So Tyler Huntley was the quarterback in this game. 14 for 22, 96 yards. He had 8 carries, 40 touchdowns. 40 touchdowns. Oh my shit. Imagine. Whew. 40 yards and a touchdown. Jalen Waddle had 4 receptions, 36 yards. DeAndre Hopkins had 2 receptions, 31 yards as well. Tony Pollard had 22 carries, 88 yards, and a touchdown as well. Mason Rudolph actually came into this game because Will Levis got hurt, I believe, in the second quarter. 9 for 17, 85 yards. Run game. Tony Pollard couldn't get fucking stopped. He was pulling through. They were cooking. They were absolutely fucking cooking. They were getting a lot of shit done. They're definitely getting a lot of shit done here for the Tennessee Titans run game. And the defense, they played great. But the Dolphins, dude. Look, Tyler Huntley is literally just got here, so can't really put the blame on him much. However, without Tua, we are a complete disaster. We are literally a complete disaster without Tua. The worst version of Tua Tagovailoa is still probably better than what we got now. What we got going on right now. Tyler Huntley is not going to be our savior. Like Kendrick Lamar said, he is not your savior. That's just not. It's not going to work like that. Tua needs to come back to at least give us some hope For the playoffs, maybe. At this point, the playoffs don't even sound like a realistic expectation this season, with 3 losses already in the year. Obviously, anything can happen still, but we're cooked. We're fucking cooked. Um, and also Mike McDaniel, he's a good head coach, and I don't think he should be getting fired or anything. I don't think his play calling is terrible, but I feel like it's just the system is just surrounded, and it's all correlated to Tua, and Tua just has all this fucking power from Mike McDaniel's like play calling and this and that. Like I feel like it just works in favor for Tua, but it doesn't work in favor for the backup quarterbacks. For Skylar Thompson, it doesn't work. The same formula doesn't work for Tyler Huntley. Like you have all these fucking guys out there. You have all these fucking weapons out there that you could utilize, but we're not gonna go anywhere. We're not really gonna go anywhere here. We just don't have a specific direction. And Jalen Phillips, he got hurt in this game as well. Our defense has also just been kind of inconsistent as well. We have great people. We have great fucking guys on our defense, but they're gonna show out, and sometimes they're not gonna show out. Yeah, man, this was so fucking sloppy. I don't even think a lot of people even fucking watched this game live, but enough with these double headers. Can we just have one Monday Night Football game? I just did not need to watch this and then had to watch Seattle and Detroit, even though that was a much better game for sure. But enough is enough. I don't need these doubleheader games. So me sad as a Dolphins fan, but it's not the end of the world, I guess. Next, we got the Detroit Lions on the second game of the doubleheader, 42-29 victory against the Seattle Seahawks. The Lions are 3-1 and giving Seattle their first loss of the season. Wow, Jared motherfucking Goff. He went 18 for 18. He had a perfect game. 292 yards, 2 touchdowns. Oh boy. Bro, with less than 20 passing attempts, he had almost 300 damn yards. This fucking dude was an absolute beast. Putting up points on the board, points galore. Did everybody got a piece of this? David Montgomery got a touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs got a touchdown. Jared Goff, he got a receiving touchdown. Yes, Jared Goff had a receiving touchdown. From Amon-Ra St. Brown. He threw the fucking touchdown. Jameson Williams went on a 70-yard fucking play and got a touchdown as well. And then, of course, Amon-Ra St. Brown also had a touchdown on his own. So clearly, that Detroit offense was clicking on all cylinders. The defense, yeah, they kind of decided to just take a break here. Didn't do much here. Defense was non-existent here. Kenneth Walker, let's talk about the fucking Seahawks though. Kenneth Walker, 3 touchdowns, 12 carries, and 80 fucking yards. This man had a touchdown second quarter, third quarter, and in the fourth quarter as well. This dude was phenomenal. DK Metcalf had 7 receptions and 104 yards. Geno Smith was throwing the fuck out of that ball. 38 for 56. Holy shit. Almost 400 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. But yeah, the run game could not be stopped from Kenneth Walker, but the Detroit Lions offense was literally clicking on all fucking cylinders. It was way too much. And those fucking uniforms that they're wearing here, holy shit, those are clean. The black and the blue combination, phenomenal. I'm a big fan of those fucking Detroit Lions uniforms. They look beautiful. Shout out to Detroit. They are now 3-1. And they give Seattle their first loss of the season. But that is that. That is that for today's episode. So I'm gonna be doing memes tomorrow. So I'm gonna be doing another episode tomorrow. Memes. I'm going to look at the standings. Also, I'm talking about the 2 undefeated teams now with the Chiefs and the Vikings. I'm going to be making my top 5 teams, my top five, my bottom five teams. I'm gonna be doing like a kind of like a part two of football stuff, and then I'm also gonna be making my week five predictions tomorrow. So I got to do them shits early. And then also for college, I'll do my college predictions tomorrow, and then my NFL predictions as well. And then we could do memes for tomorrow. Memes, I kind of have to like see how I'm gonna split it because like there's Ghetto Gronk, there's NFL memes to watch, but that takes fucking time to watch it here, and I don't want like the whole thing to. Bro, we're already at 1:45 almost recording. If I add the memes, that's 2:30 every fucking episode. It's a lot. It's a lot. You know, I'm trying to keep these episodes around 2 hours. I don't. If it goes over 2 hours, it's gonna be a lot. So yeah, I'm just gonna try to keep it a little bit more digestible since I'm gonna be doing multiple episodes a week, especially since I'll definitely be working on another episode tomorrow and another one over the weekend. That's gonna be a music one. But anyways, see you guys in a bit. Take care and peace out, my friends. Fucking pussy's itchy. Yo, why is it not fucking why is it still recording, bruh? Why is this shit still recording, man? Stop. Stop. Why is it still recording?